Yo, yo, yo.
Hey there, how's it going?
Oh. Eh, Slowly moving. Summer seems to be over, which is sad.
Really? Think
Well,
it's not.
well yeah, it's like max 20 degrees for the time being.
My AC is still blasting at 24 degrees.
Oh, good for you.
Well, it's not really good because I'm boiling every time I go outside.
Yeah.
Being a fat man in the summer is really something.
This morning I had to put on my jacket for the first time this summer to drive my bike to work, so I was sad.
Why
Hello.
do you
What?
use bike to work instead of a huge diesel car?
Uh,
You're in Germany, buy a Mercedes or a BMW.
I especially drive my bike because I eat like a pig, and it helps me stay healthy to ride 100 kilometers each week.
Ah, just accept the morbid obesity.
No,
Huh.
I like to flex on people by eating like 80% sugar and still being fit.
Nice.
Iris, by the way, not the DM who doesn't link sheets. Boo, boo.
Huh. That is a good point. It would be nice to have the sheets connected to the tokens. But
Did Mark mention anything, by the way? Is he joining? Should we wake him?
If you're talking, you're muted, by the way. Yeah, like the bad DM, not Ilya. What was his argument again? Why he might not be coming? I forgot.
Probably casting couch or something like that.
Oh yeah, interview.
How did PvP come into question?
You are the
What?
one that initiated it, right?
What PvP?
We will get rid of
Actually,
Marky. That's the DM suggestion, and
No,
DM's
that's
word
my
is
job.
command.
Huh.
I
Then you.
believe Mark initiated it by saying he is not going to be available this session.
Oh, my bad. I misread what you meant by we. You meant you and your NPCs. I see. We'll have a chance.
Yeah, by the way, Reese,
Yes.
I did put a new.
So I see. Thank you for that. I have added the summary. Although I still don't know how to get rid of, or rather adjust line spacing in Roll20, so it looks kind of weird, but never mind.
Just have the notes file and add an external link.
Huh. That is true, I guess.
How's everybody doing?
Bad, because the sheets are not linked.
What's wrong with the shits?
They're
They-
not linked to the tokens, so the
to the
HP and
character.
stuff doesn't show up.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second.
Wait, but I assume after the fight we have enough time to fully heal and stuff, right?
I mean, you're gonna be traveling. You haven't left Cranberry yet, I believe, but you will be traveling for, as Vin suggested, 3 to 4 days. So you're gonna definitely have time to heal yourselves, even as transfunies.
Nice.
I just wanna, because I have the wrong.
Do transfinies heal slower than other people?
Your evolved transfunies do not heal by resting. They have to actually put in work to heal themselves.
Are
Have
you
to steal
sure
Papa.
about that? I
What?
was
I am
pretty sure it said that you
do not
the
heal during long rests.
The
I
wrong.
thought that was the morts. Or the rank
Almost
2 ones,
all
anyway.
rank 2 creatures do not heal, except for
But you said
Supermanellas.
okay, rank 2. Okay, but I'm not a rank 2, I'm a
Sorry,
normal
not
one.
yeah. So you're fine. Like,
I'm fine, okay, cool.
regular transfinies do heal.
That's what I thought,
With,
yeah.
with the conception being that it's actually their soul that helps them to heal.
Nice.
So we only need to destroy your soul and to
Ha.
be like the rest of the bunch.
I mean, yeah. Well, also Bob will heal as human.
Yeah, so there you go. You are also healing Ilya.
Yeah, that's nice.
I mean, I'm also healing by dismantling our spaceship and putting the metal inside my butt.
Do you we literally just looted, like, okay, admittedly we looted a wooden city, but like we're on a planet with loads of metal. Could you not loot something rather than tearing apart our transport?
No.
At least one person on this ship needs to breathe to survive.
Yeah.
And we should get rid of that liability as soon as possible.
Oh.
You know how fast I can initiate PvP. We saw it in the last game.
What PvP? You would just jump out, stab people, and run away. That's not PvP. That's just being an asshole.
Oh.
I mean,
Now we initiate 1v line.
you can initiate PvP, but I will be just hiding outside of the spaceship in the vacuum.
Ha.
The DMV line doesn't have any restrictions regarding distance.
Nice.
So you feel
Yes,
emotional damage
but
several.
but wait. Oh yeah, fuck, I forgot completely to take
It's
over the
not a
sheets. Well,
soul damage.
no. The only limitations I wanted to add was that you would have to see the creature, be aware of the creature's exact location. So not necessarily see it, but at least know where it is exactly behind a wall. And instead of losing a turn, it would lose 2 actions. So that's the only limitations I wanted to change, I think. But since I don't realistically stopped having so much time as I used before, just because I have a lot of work to do. So, but hopefully it will normalize in the upcoming weeks.
Cool.
Speaking of characters, did you change up your character like you said, Reese?
No, I kind of thought Lucas might like say something like, oh, because he had said before that he would think about changes. So I kind of just thought he might say something, but no. At the moment, my character is the exact same as it was in session 1.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, everything mostly seemed fine with the characters, so not sure if any changes are realistically needed.
Cool.
You are currently linking the tokens to the sheets, right?
I am currently doing my thing, after which the linking will come.
I remember two seasons ago, we had almost the exact same setting, and you did do it.
Ha.
I gave up.
I got my tokens linked in the last one. The Dorian and Aaron both got linked to their sheets. I
Yeah,
don't know why no one else did.
Because they didn't ask enough. 1 second.
Carolus is making up for that now.
Yeah. No, it's entirely fine. It is my responsibility, so it's good. I just need to clear stuff up.
Do you guys like hot food? Like spicy hot?
food. Oh.
Oh yeah.
Why did I think
Sure.
something sexual when it's with you?
Because it's Carolus.
Yeah, I wanted
Yeah,
to
like-
initiate a conversation about vaginas. That was a nice segue. Nah, I hate hot food, but I always order it by accident. Like when there's like frozen pan dish with noodles and stuff like today. I buy it and then I notice, oh shit, it's spicy. And now my mouth is burning.
I mean, I have the same problem with chicks, man. I hate hot chicks, but for some reason they just keep coming over.
I'm so pure, I thought you meant chicken wings.
Are you sure you want to claim that with your girlfriend nearby?
I know I already feel a shadow behind me. There's nothing there, but I already feel a shadow. If I stop responding, it means my throat is sliced.
Huh.
All right, 1 second. Yeah, I can fetch the watching link probably.
Also, to answer your question, Carolus, not only I like spicy food, I have Carolina Reaper sauce that I add to almost every meal.
Ha, nice.
Are you okay? And I don't mean
Yeah.
mentally, that far I know. I mean physically.
Yeah, only the exit hurts a bit.
Like, do you need to have like a, I don't know, a carbon plated toilet so it doesn't melt through, or?
Oh, I don't add that much. I'm never making that mistake twice.
Well, if you like spicy food, did you do the black chip challenge, or what's it called? With the
no.
super hot.
Yeah, this is pure Carolina Reaper bullshit, and it is going to hurt a lot. I like spicy food. I don't like toxic food.
But
So if
technically,
you
spicy
draw-
is not a. It's not a taste. It's pure pain, right? There are no taste buds for spiciness.
Yes.
Really
I think
depends.
there are.
Nah,
I can differentiate
Because-
different tastes of spicy.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
but
that's
because
taste,
of other
taste.
ingredients.
Yeah. Like spice itself is just a burn receptor.
There's two different types of spice though. There's like chili spice, which is you feel it on your tongue, and then there's mustard spice that you feel it in your sinuses.
Yeah, but don't you? If it's
So there
spicy
must be
enough,
some
you feel it
difference.
everywhere, though, right? Just
No.
pure contact
Yeah.
on the
If
skin.
you
Yeah,
eat
yeah,
like
yeah.
mustard or wasabi or something, it's like it burns your nose. But if you eat like Carolina Reapers, it's your mouth.
Not only your mouth, your lips, your
Yeah.
throat, your stomach. Everything.
Okay.
1 sec.
Carolus use yogurt to kill the spiciness.
Well,
If you
I'm
have
just a
yogurt.
pussy. It's not that spicy. And I
Yeah,
don't.
but
I don't
if you
own
don't like
yogurt.
it, well, buy
It probably
yogurt.
has. He says it's spicy, but it probably has like sweet paprika.
It's just black pepper.
Your mouth certainly white.
But wasabi, I like wasabi coated peanuts for some reason.
That's
I
because
need
you're a weeaboo.
clean my nose after eating those because it somehow hurts in my nose. But that spice is okay. Because it increases the sweet aftertaste, and sweetness is number one priority in life.
I don't like sweet things too much.
That's why your personality is so warped.
Well, females love sweets, and you cannot argue they're insane.
I haven't met a female that liked more sweets than me. If I don't have sweets at home, I eat sugar with a spoon.
Huh.
Carlos, how are your summons called? Their character sheets.
Nano spider and nano drone.
Nano spider and nano drone. Nano spider. Okay, I see. Which I think this is the spider. This is the drone. I'm gonna assume that.
I mean, for them it doesn't matter. They just both have 10 HP technically. But now for Turners it would fuck up.
Plus stats, right? Their stats are different.
Oh, true. Yeah, but you don't link stats technically.
I mean, if the character. Oh, well, yeah.
But I don't know if I press a stat and the wrong token is selected, something bad happens. So better link the correct one.
Well, yeah, I guess if the HP is same. I mean, I for tokens I usually put speed in there as well, but that might be just me as a DM, so I always have the character speed seeable. Other than that, yeah. Yeah, 1 second. I'm just mapping the tokens real quick. Since I'm already started, so.
So I guess Marky didn't update us on or you specifically if he is coming to game.
I mean, he did say last time that he might just not have internet, so that's my assumption. I mean, it's not like he's gonna be out there having a good time without us, is he?
True.
He wouldn't do that to us.
I mean, he couldn't. It's impossible.
He's a nerd like all of us. Let's not act like he has a social life or anything.
Well, beer is cheaper than water there, so.
Fuck.
Yeah, I think the bottle of beer was 67 kronas, and bottle of mineral water was 85 kronas.
But to be fair, that's their beer Czech. It's probably Heineken, and
no, actually, Czech beer is nice. It's way better than German beer.
Heineken is okay.
No, Heineken is Czech.
Heineken is Dutch.
No fucking way, it's Czech. Don't lie to me.
Okay,
It's not
double
Czech.
check it.
I'm pretty sure
Heineken.
It's not Czech. It's Dutch.
It's a fucking Dutch. What?
Ha.
What is Czech beer then?
Budweiser, Kozel. Let's see.
Wait, Budweiser? Isn't that the American piss?
Oh no! This is Budweiser is in Czechia, I believe. Sviani. Let's see. If I open my beer tracking app, I will be able to see more brands, but these are on top of my mind.
All right, cool. For some reason, I really thought Heineken was Czech, and I've been feeling really fancy drinking Czech beer, but now it turns out it was Dutch, and that explains the taste.
Yeah. If you find Sviani in your local store, buy it. It is worth it. It's way better than Heineken.
Right. Ilya, I think you left with the watch together. Okay, you're back. Yeah. I'm good, so if you guys are as well, we'll be able to start.
Yeah.
Alright. Starting in 3, 2, 1.
can't swear to look away. Don't you dare go asking any questions. Try your tears, search to pretend. Never take a step out and comprehend. Don't you dare go asking any questions. The less you think, the more you win. The less you give, the more you get. It's all out of control. Out of control. Nothing will save us anymore. Standing at the gates of hell, still wanting more, more and more. Blood, power, and fame. And all we want is blood, power, and fame.
This time I listened more to the lyrics, and I'm a little bit more anxious now what will come.
Ha.
Well, as you push Finn a bit back from the communication screen as he's blobbering something about the Democrats and Democratic convoys and how they all should be just exploded into pieces. You kind of reminisce on what just happened and what job you partook in. So, if you may, CTA, remind us what happened last session.
Well, we were on a mission from the Gamburian king, or the future king, the rebellion leader, the independence fighting leader, who promised us a pretty cool Xenolite knife as a bounty if we eradicated some stinky animals, the orcs. So of course we complied. We quite rashly, fastly, without much actual interaction, cleaned up in the city, and then in more detail fought some remaining leaders who were hiding like fucking bugs in a tree, and we interrupted them while they were using some weird orc technology to summon a demon from hell befitting of these beasts. I tried to interrupt them, but it didn't succeed, and the demon was actually summoned, so we had to fight the orcs, the oinks as I call them, and the demon. But we easily turned the odds to our favor, because the odds were from the beginning in our favor, because we are the better fighters and they are just savage beasts. So yeah, we eradicated them, went back. We eradicated them, and quite kind of as proxy set the forest on fire, as we still can see in the rear view window as we leave the planet. But yeah, we then went back to the Cranberry Snail boy, and he gave us the dagger. Oh no, he gave the dagger already to our captain, whose name, like my beloved mentor, whose name I would never forget.
Mr. Loserfucks.
Mr. Loserfucks. And I tried to convince him to give us more. Like, we did our best, but with a species that's unable to count, it was quite hard to negotiate. But it ended with a call towards I believe it was Sir Isai, a representative
of local god, Natus, who in turn invited us to be guests in his humble abode on a planet a month away, I believe. Well, we agreed to visit there someday, as Natus, as I heard, is quite giving. We left off after we received a SOS signal from a crashed, as it identified itself, diplomatic convoy that we decided to intercept and investigate.
Wow, I'm proud of myself. I remembered quite a bit this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'm surprised you held up the voice.
Yeah.
But other than that, anybody have anything to throw in, or?
A couple of little details. The Grand Burian leader was the prime minister, rather than a king or rebellion leader guy. And also, the name of Isai's planet is Natas World, because it's basically Disney World, but for Natas. But yeah, other than that, I think Carlos covered everything really.
Wait, but Prime Minister, he still wasn't like the official leader, right? It was still
He was
through
Prime
rebellion?
Minister. Lucas referred to him several times as Prime Minister of Grand
Yeah,
Burian.
but he didn't have any money to give us.
Oh,
which is-
maybe
Yeah,
I
I had
was
one
confused.
coin.
Oh yeah, the orcs were the rebellion, right?
Yeah.
But because some party was called the rebellion, so I was confused. It was the
Yeah.
orcs, right?
Basically,
They rebelled against the NES. The whole world
Yep.
rebelled against the NES, and then once the NES left, there was like a power struggle, and the Grand Burians and their prime minister was like one side, and then the orcs was a different side.
Oh,
There
so
was maybe
they're
others as
the
well.
rebellion 2.0 after the first one succeeded and
I
became the
guess.
not rebellion.
Yeah, although I think it was a pretty short-lived rebellion on account of how we genocided the orcs in one session.
We glossed over it, but we didn't actually wipe out the
Well, no, we
the town
didn't
completely.
initially wipe them out, but then we didn't bother putting the fire out, and at the end of the session, like as we were talking to the Prime Minister guy, we had like a cutscene type thing, Lucas said, where it just pans across to the other side of the world and the whole forest is burnt down.
Oh well, it's a forest fire. They just can walk away. No
Well,
problem.
I guess, even though they're orcs who live inside trees.
Yeah, fuck them.
no, it can't. They're burnt.
They can live on ashes too.
I suppose, maybe?
Ashes is good fertilizer. They can just grow new trees.
So, yeah, and the session ended with you guys receiving the message.
Oh, actually, before we continue, Lucas, what did you do to the tokens? When I click on my token, I get the option of doing stat checks, but it doesn't have HP or anything. It's like partially connected to the sheet, but not really.
Yeah, Nano Spider, Nano Drone are not connected as well. I assume my TK as
They
well.
should be.
I don't see a health bar when I drag them in, so they can't.
Yeah, there's no.
Well,
help.
no, you did. Well, you have to attach the.
We can't attach stats to things. That's why you need to do it.
Oh. Okay. Well, leave it for another day then.
Okay.
That's what he said last time.
Yeah, that is exactly what you said
Hey,
last time, and then you didn't
one step at a time.
It's the perfect session when Marky is not here, so he's the only one left without a connected sheet, and we can all laugh at him.
So, yeah, the session ended with you guys receiving the message and discussing basically that it is worth the additional stop while taking the trip towards Nada's land. Because, well, first of all, Bob promised his daughter, and most likely none of you want to break that promise to the little girl.
True.
But Trisha's very happy as she has her native world has a lot of stuff to eat.
Yes, that is also good. I'm sure that she will enjoy that. Yeah. So I am doubly keen on going there because it will keep her occupied for a short amount of time.
Other than that, Vin coughs a little and says, "Crew, so you ready for another job?"
I bring Mr. Loserfucks a glass of warm milk.
He starts chugging it, but in a way that half the milk just spills through his cheeks. And as he finishes, he just doesn't wipe away and just throws the glass on the floor.
I pat him on his back. Good boy. What were you saying?
Taking the job.
Yep, sounds like a good job to me.
It isn't technically a job, it's the reconnaissance, right? It didn't promise us pay.
Good point. Well, we should still do it anyway, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe they have exotic species we can harvest.
Oh my god, you guys are thinking so small. It's a NES convoy.
Oh,
And
they-
I'm an NES official, so what's your point?
It's an NAS
He
convoy,
spits,
so,
he spits on your shoes.
so they must...
I live in the NES. Well, I don't actually, but my body does.
He spits on your shoes.
I'm not wearing shoes. Checkmate.
But to...
It turns out he had bought some shoes accidentally and left them in the doorway and he spits on them.
And it's milky.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he didn't even swallow, he's just using it as spit.
Hey, but... but to the point of our fleshy friend, it is a diplomatic NAS... Well, an NAS diplomatic convoy, so they most definitely have exotic slaves. Why else would they be outside of NAS?
I just realised I
What?
had my voice thing turned off. Wait a minute.
It's
Here
fine.
we go.
No.
That is a very good point, CTA. I agree completely.
Is it working now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Unfortunately.
Yep.
Actually, like in AI voice for navigation, just ancient times.
My character's secret origin is that she's actually just a sat nav.
So, Vin seems still kinda... Vin seems in a position where he wants to tell you guys something, but like demeaning. That's related to the convoy, but he doesn't say it because he waits for you to ask it, so he can be even more demeaning that you had to ask him.
But nobody
In-
asks, right?
No, no, nobody cares what the old man has to say. But
Well, I'm the pilot, so I think that I should ask, Ven, where is this thing? I will drive us there if you tell me what direction it is in.
I'm pretty sure
Messi,
you can
you're a pilot and you can't even take the coordinates out of a message.
Taking coordinates out of a message sounds like a sort of admin type thing.
No, you press the blue button. Even I know that.
Oh, thanks.
I press the blue button.
Yeah, as you're pressing it, Vince even. I went and marked it as coordinate button. Did you not read the manual I gave you? It's only 12,000 pages.
Oh, that thing. Yeah, I may have said that to Patricia.
Patricia nods, and there's like a clamping sound as she does just ting 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 as her metal teeth grind against each other. As you hear a sound, a woman shouting. Five's name is Matilda, right? I'm not mistaken.
Just a second. Let me
Wasn't it the
verify.
daughter?
I think that's the daughter, and
One
Margaret.
of them was Mildred or something.
Mildred.
Wasn't
Mildred is the daughter, and
Yeah.
Margaret is the wife.
Margaret, yeah. Matilda.
In between Matilda.
You hear Margaret's voice shout out of the other side of the ship, just shouting in anger. How is the toilet so dirty when half of the people are metal in this ship? As Vin giggles.
Honey, you should be more considerate. You know, our captain is a bit old. Probably his hands are shaking. I intentionally pissed all over the toilet once again.
Vin just giggles. I actually do it in my pants first and then throw it out.
Well, Vin, you know, this reminds me of a story. Back then in the DMV, we had a crazy cat lady. You know, she was always wearing adult diapers, and she smelled like cat piss, human piss, and actually some feces. You know, maybe
that was actually me. We had a heist mission, and I had to portray a worker there. You remember the job, CDA?
Before CJ answers, I wanna double check. He's Mr. Lucifax is sitting in a wheelchair, and he just admitted he's pissing in his pants and throwing it away. Who is responsible to changing his pants?
that's a good
His
question that
assistant,
you will
of
get
course.
to answer.
Since nobody wants to see him without pants, I imagine you take turns.
Hell no.
Oh,
He is my mentor, so
Yeah. I would say probably Margaret and Dario would be helpful in that regard, as they understand the need to take care of a person.
I think Marky knows best how to change pants. I believe we delegated this task to him long ago.
Like cut to
As he is the newest in the crew.
Yeah, cut to Marky, just picking up Vin by his collar, taking out the pants and putting Vin into them like in a bag, and placing him back down. Cut back.
If anyone tries to get me involved in any sort of stuff like that, my response would just be like to go on a big rant about how disgusting biological life forms are. So yeah, 100% not involved.
Patricia looks at you. You do remember we're biological by nature.
Sister. You and I are like robots. And our real bodies are frozen lumps of ice for a reason. Biology is gross.
I will take this occasion to remind you that our parents had sex to have us.
I will take this occasion to remind you that no food for a week if you keep pointing out my logical fallacies.
you see her face kind of shift into an angry position, but it's not like she has the facial motors to do it. Her metal just literally bends into an angry expression.
I literally just like just stare at her for a second and then say,
If I had a tongue, I would be sticking my tongue out at you.
She does stick her tongue out at you. She does have one.
yes, she does.
Then she accidentally bites it off and starts picking it up and soldiering it back on.
Ha. She actually can't do that though, because her tongue is not made of metal.
Is it not?
No. I actually sent Lucas a little thing with like 2 special things I designed for Patricia, but he has
I
maybe
guess
not
I
looked
guess
at
she
that.
I guess
but-
she uses super glue to stick
No.
it back
Rip
on.
one of her
No.
special things.
I will copy and
Transfunies
paste this.
Transfunies do heal, and Patricia is a Transfuni, so she has the potential to heal her tongue, and she will. The
Well,
fluff-
this is it. This is what I made. I took 2 little 1 storage items for Patricia, which are absolutely useless. They're not combat at all. They're purely, for just flavor. And yeah, so basically the idea is that her robot is partially organic, so that she has an actual working tongue, which is,
that is
meat.
fine.
And
That's
also,
fine.
she doesn't have to use the toilet. That's the second item. That's basically the entire purpose of the second item. 50% of her item slots are you don't have to use the toilet.
At the back of the room, Margaret's still bitching about the dirty toilet.
Yep, not my fault or my family's fault.
At this point, if everybody's good, Elodie, you would be able to start moving the ship towards your destination.
Nice.
With the coordinates, there is one wormhole jump within a day that will cut you quite a path, leaving up estimated 80 hours of travel.
Do we see anything interesting on our way there on the map? How scarce are planets here? Like, can we try to investigate the stuff? Like, is what's the nearest inhabited planet from the SOS sign? Can we try to deduce
Lucas said that
something?
last session that there was one right near it, but
Yep.
it was a planet that hasn't been explored.
So basically, yes. I'm gonna placing a bit of a Dutch sort. I'm gonna say that Bob was able to leak all data that NES has on planets from the DMV. So that's where your ship is able to have this information. And this current planet does not seem to be explored. There's no public map of it. It's not like there's coordinates of it. Its existence is known, and it is marked as being in the habitable zone for human type life forms, humanoid to be exact. But there has been no exploration there.
I will use my special move that you gave me. I will definitely abuse this if I actually succeed in my rolls, but didn't happen so far. And I wanna call a.
You did use this last session though.
Yeah, but I failed, and it's once per long rest. You said 80 hours, so I assume.
Yeah, you would
Right,
be able
but-
to do it the next day.
Okay, so we're just skipping past the rest of that.
Ah,
day.
I mean, I don't
we'll
want
be
to
able to
interrupt
go
if you
through.
have other plans beforehand.
No, it's fine. I thought we were still on the first day.
Um,
And I basically wanna call my connect in the NES. Like I specifically said I have a diplomat friend.
Yep.
So
I
I
remember
would call him, and if it's not the one on the SOS himself, he might know the diplomat in question. That's what I'm hoping.
What's his name?
Sparty McFart.
Yeah, you call Sparty McFart up, and you hear the beeping that's trying to connect. Boom, 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 and then you hear, "Hey, this is Sparky. This is Sparty. Muck, not gonna say it. After a beep, leave your message."
Hey man, did you get rid of your? Oh, I'm waiting for the.
I'm
beep.
just joking, man. I know it's you. I'm just messing with you.
I was wondering because you're typically your secretary would answer, not your mailbox. But so I call you because hey, we haven't seen us in a while. How is it going? Everything fine?
Yeah, everything's just great. Visited family this weekend.
Oh, how's the nephew?
Still dead.
So you visited his grave? That's sad.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Remember they died
Yeah, but
when the Energon was attacked?
yeah, but don't you remember when we took shrooms and we met his ghost and he said it's not your fault and everything went fine? I'm pretty
I do.
Yeah. So you keep your
It was
head up.
also my first experience of a transhumani taking shrooms with me. So
Hey, I'm just saying that new nanotechnology, THC is hitting spots that. But whatever. I'm happy to hear that you're fine because here, right next to, like near me, some diplomat crashed, and I assumed by your luck and all the dead family members, maybe it's your turn now. But I'm happy to hear that it's not you. Would you do you know who's outside of NAS right now on some weird mission maybe?
sorry, is a diplomat ship outside NES?
Yeah, convoy.
Alright, convoy, let me run the numbers. How? You're saying they crashed?
Well, we received an SOS with rescue, hopes of rescue, so to speak, near. And I named does the planet actually have a name or just a sequence of numbers?
Coordinates?
It just has coordinates. Yeah, so you're able to dictate them as you hear typing noises on his end.
Did you have sex with your secretary again and your wife found out, so you have no secretary? Why are you typing yourself, man?
Because my wife died, I just married my secretary. It doesn't matter if I fuck her anymore.
Wait, so she's not working for you? Hire a new
She
one.
is. She is.
Wait, but
She's my secretary and my wife.
yeah,
I
but
know.
why isn't she typing? Where is she right now? I hear your
Good-
slow ass typing.
Good question. Wait a second, and he hangs up.
Oh.
10 minutes later, you receive a message from him. That bitch is cheating on me. Anyway, here's what I found. One of the so 22. Okay, not 20.
Time for some spoilers.
It is a convoy directly from Energon itself. High-ranking diplomats that seem to have. Okay, yeah, fuck it. You know what? That's fair. He would be able to read this information.
I mean, if it spoils the plot, you don't have to.
No. There is no spoiler. there has been a magical energy, like wave, a strong wave fixated on the planet there. The magical wave corresponds to a relic that has been lost from Shinata's time. Like one of the
Lost from Shinata's time was like 1.5 years ago. It's not exactly
yeah
centuries in the
no
past.
no, but it's like still up one. Like somebody had they had a relic. He had a relic from his wife that was stolen, and this seems to have corresponded to the magical wavelength. There's some details that he himself does not understand because they go into magic stuff. But on the basis is that there's a high probability that that relic is on that planet. Which means either somebody with the relic crashed there, or well, not crashed, but somehow the relic got there and somebody is using it, which leaves to a chance that there's a civilization there. So they sent a diplomatic convoy, both to initiate conversation with the planet, as well as investigate the possibilities of having that relic.
Okay.
They have not received any additional information as of yet.
How far is the crash site from the planet? Can we should we be afraid that they shut them down from the planet somehow?
It would be similar to Earth's moon orbit.
But that's quite
They're
close.
not crushed.
No. Actually, they said that they were they were attacked.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and we only have our ship. We don't have a smaller vessel we can prone with, right? This sounds quite dangerous, and my motivation in the possibility that it might be my friend there is now gone. So I'm a bit more cautious how we approach this. I relay the information to the others. Do
would
you
say
get input?
You would have a scout ship. I think that's a fair assessment to have a scout ship that can bring like 5 to 6 people.
Neat.
It's not for long travels. It's just literally a space, like a room that flies. There's no commodities, nothing, but it's at least able to fly short distances in space.
Cool.
So,
Mm,
yeah, while
And-
that is going on, I am interested. Bob and Elodie, what are you doing through the first 24 hours, basically?
Well, I'm piloting
That's fair.
because I don't think. Do transferies need sleep?
No.
No.
Oh, cool. I'm piloting just the
Do
whole
you-
time then.
need to actively pilot a spaceship.
You can put it on autopilot, but you have to still maintain it.
I would not be surprised if it's actually on autopilot and Elodie's just thinking she's piloting.
No,
She
I
can.
am actually piloting
Yeah, I'm joking.
because I can do that. Like, with the original version of my dice altering thing as it was in session 0, I wouldn't have been as good at that. But actually, the way she is now, it literally doesn't make any difference, I don't think.
I just kind of
Yeah.
assumed piloting a spaceship entails that you just sit down, plan a route, and then press play. Because unless we are flying through an asteroid field or something, you just fly in a straight line, right?
She does have to kind of dodge against around, like I don't know what they're called in English, but like space mist.
Nebulas?
Yes. Like dodge around nebulas to not lose visibility, avoid meteor showers. So there's not a lot of work, but there's some from time to time.
Nice.
vodka.
From time to time, she does have to click button agree when computer prompts her.
How did Elodie decide? Does she need to sleep or not?
I don't.
Okay.
So yeah,
Uh,
I can just stay up at the ship 24/7.
I will drink some vodka and then go to sleep.
Do you want to play a card game against Vin?
No, because he's a cheater.
He's not putting anything on the table. He just wants, friendly card games.
Oh, okay. I will play with him for a bit.
I would watch.
All right.
And I will drink vodka as well.
Yeah, he does have his own bottle of old scotch.
No, shit.
Ironically, I don't know how many of you remember, but he doesn't have actual old scotch. He has old dragon's blood, which is a type of liquor which was sold on Energon, which is said to have actual dragon blood in it, which makes it stronger.
Ah.
Yeah.
Let's see. I will ask you in private message something.
Okay, so if you're playing cards with him, you can roll a knowledge or insight against him unless you want to cheat.
No, since there are no money on the table, I will tell him boring stories from the DMV. And you said knowledge or insight, right?
Yeah, unless you want to cheat, which would be stealth.
Insight.
So, Vin rolled a 17 and he's beating you. But you also notice that and you're kind of accustomed to this because not your first game of poker, basically. But he does have a way of adding to his luck. So, Vin's special ability, the only special ability he has, is whatever is rolled, he can add a +1 to the die. So instead of 13, he rolled a 14, which makes his roll 18.
Ah.
It's not the result that's impacted; it's the actual die. So.
Oh, so he can make a 19 into a nat 20.
Yes. And
awesome.
A nat 20 into a nat 1 as the die rolls over.
Does he always do that, or does he have a choice of doing it?
He has a choice of it.
Okay, yeah, so he realistically, he would not turn his nat 20 into a 1.
No, but it's not just his.
Unless he's drunk.
Ah.
It's everyone. He can basically choose his targets.
And can he do this any number of times, or is it like once per round?
He says he was able to do it a lot more when he was younger, but right now he can basically do a couple of times before he gets too tired and starts snoozing.
Okay. Because I was going to say, if he could do it all the time, it might be worth just like encasing him in some sort of metal shield and then just wheeling him into the middle of a battle, because it would be handy.
An old man in a wheelchair just encased. Like, you basically put him in a coffin immediately. Yeah. I'm not sure what Mark he's doing, but he's
probably masturbating with his viruses.
Rubbing the deck.
Yeah, rubbing the deck as well. As Dahlia and Margaret are playing with your child, Bob. And once again, her name escapes me. May, what? I will write it down. What the fuck?
Mildred, wasn't it? Or something
Mildred.
like that?
I'm sorry, there's no Lithuanian name that's even closely related to Mildred. And that's why I'm having such... No.
We don't have Bulgarian names closer to Mildred either. But...
Come on, Melina is close enough.
It's not even close. No.
I mean, Karl is Karl, so there is.
Carol. We have Mila, but not Mildred.
Okay, Milda. Yes, Mild. I'll remember like that. There is a Mild in between. So, and yeah, Carolus is Carol.
Carl, like the man.
Yeah,
the male.
it depends on the
Carol,
language.
Carl.
There are
I mean,
technically,
Carol.
Carolus was the first name, and every
Carol
other
is
descendant.
Yeah. So, okay, I wrote it down. Hopefully, I'll not forget. So yeah, Dahlia and Margaret are playing with Mildred. I'm sorry, I still have to as well start remembering all the NPC names. I'm not as young as I was.
You created
Relax,
them.
they're not going to survive for longer.
You guys gave them names except for Patricia. I think I was the one giving. That's why I remember
You
it.
called her Patty, but I said no.
Alright.
Also, I actually realized I was mispronouncing it. In French, it's pronounced Patricia, so like S rather than sh in the name.
Okay.
But
Okay,
yeah,
Patricia.
anyway.
Okay.
I'm
Also,
pretty
I want
sure
to say,
in
Lucas,
French is Patty.
actually it worked out pretty well because the meaning of Patricia or Patricia is aristocrat or noble. So it's actually pretty fitting with my character and her name being all about like wealth and status and stuff.
It's related to Patreon. That's
Ha.
the origin of the name. That's right. Okay, that I all planned. From when I said Patty, I knew you were gonna go for Patricia definitely.
Ha.
So yeah, CTA. You were before I jumped on to others. You were gonna do something, I believe.
I mean,
You were at least thinking something.
before I could call, like before the next day starts, I would prepare myself. I assume I have prepared some. I'm not starting to dismantle the ship immediately. I assume I have some metal prepared for repair beforehand, right?
Yeah, I would definitely say there's a lot of scrap stuff like that.
Stuff we loot, stuff we pick up from broken down ships.
Pretty much just you have probably at least 30 kilos of forks and knives that are not used.
Stolen from 3-star hotels.
Because Marky would also be using that to restore himself, so you could have a session of two bros 5 feet apart fixing themselves up with forks and knives.
Huh.
But yeah, basically you would be able to restore yourself fully. So yeah, we can roll over into the next day.
The next day, then the call happens in the morning, I assume.
There is no day. We basically can say that 48 hours have passed.
I mean, after
and
waking.
You already. Sorry.
After waking up. CTA would actually
don't
sleep a couple hours at least.
Okay, fair. As you wish.
I mean, I don't have a soul. I need to hold on to something before I lose myself completely, right?
Yeah, fair. Also, it's a way to kill time when traveling. Yeah, so Mildred would wake Bob up like 2 hours after he went to sleep, asking to play with him. With two dolls that one of which is missing a head because Patricia bit it off accidentally.
Huh.
But Mildred doesn't seem to mind, and it actually reminds her of some people Daddy used to work with back in DMV.
I like to imagine she just saw him dragging a headless body out of his office one day and asks what that is, and she's like, "Oh, just a co-worker. He's had a bit too much to drink. Just taking him home."
It's all good. All good.
Yeah, but before he lost his head, he was like a dear person, and Bob wanted the head as a trophy.
Yeah.
That makes too much sense. So yeah, CTA, who are you gonna call today?
No, that was the guy. That is the day he called, not that
because
guy from before.
I couldn't last time. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. So, pilot, I'm gonna need an insight roll from you.
Cool. Also, now that you reminded me that Mildred exists, I am going to take some time out of piloting today to hang out with her because she's adorable. And
But you
this
do that at
is-
the point when you see a space mist coming, right?
yeah, just
fuck that.
everything's completely empty, and then I'm like, oh, look at that, a nebula and a meteor shower at the same time. I best leave the helm now.
Hey,
I best go play with Mildred while we're still
Yeah.
alive.
we learned good stuff happens when you leave the
Oh god,
stuff
don't remind
unattended.
me.
Yeah, and at
Yeah.
Major, you're basically able to jump through the wormhole.
Nice.
And then you're able to go play with Mildred, which, since she's not really. You know what? Since Mildred is quite young, she's the one that calls Patricia Patty, and she calls you Ellie.
Yep, that is fine. I will accept it from the little adorable baby.
She
Or
actually.
toddler, anyway.
Yeah. She actually has one of like Barbie dolls that she completely painted gold to symbolize you and your sister.
Oh, that's adorable.
Right, so one
And-
doll symbolizes both, or does she have two dolls?
Yeah, one doll. She doesn't have. Well, she doesn't have an unlimited amount of dolls.
Oh,
because
yeah,
Patricia
also-
keeps eating them up.
Also, I decided that if she's giving nicknames to Elodie and Patricia, then her nickname will be Millie. I'm gonna call her Millie. So there,
Yeah,
she also
so-
has a nickname now.
So you basically walk into her as Bob, tired on the sofa, as Millie's just jumping on him. Come on, Daddy, let's go play. It's only been 9 hours. Come on.
Oh yeah. The advantage of having a super robot body is that you don't get tired from playing for ridiculous amounts of time.
As she sees you come in, she immediately forgets about her dad and just comes running towards you with a hug.
Nice. I give her a hug and do things. I don't know how children actually play. I do the things, play with dolls or whatever.
I mean, she would probably most favorite activity with you would be tea time.
Very well. That is what we do then, because yes.
Does she
Elodie
brew
definitely
some
thinks-
disgusting tea out of toilet water and stuff?
I mean, I literally don't have a mouth, so it doesn't matter to me.
She also, she's free, so she asks Patricia, sorry, not Patricia, she asks Elodie to bring Vin in and lock his wheel so he can't escape from the tea table.
Oh, that's brilliant. I absolutely do that. After like cackling maniacally.
And
yeah.
although Vin is old, he's still somewhat of a gentleman and he does not swear or spit in front of the child.
Nice.
He acts perfectly elegant, although you see him being pissed off all the time.
Especially the not spitting part is very hard.
Yeah, he even, through teeth, he does drink the tea and not a single drop runs down his cheek.
Oh. Adorable. Everybody just likes the little child.
That's bad foreshadowing.
Yeah, so I would say 24 hours basically passes. You're more than halfway up there, but for CTA's purposes, another long rest has passed.
I think I might actually call another guy.
If you wish to do so.
I'm expert in terms of planets and star systems and like
An
habitats,
astrophysicist.
researcher, whatever. Like a guy that might know more about that planet than others. Maybe even a smuggler who visited there at some point.
Yeah, that's fine. Roll me the knowledge check.
Bam.
Nice.
Damn. So you call up one dude. He asks you to wait up. 30 minutes later, he sends you a number. You call up that guy. He asks you to wait. He might know somebody, and
I hope it's not a lot of money to use the telephone in space.
it's
That's why you can only do it once a
it's
day.
basically it's an intergalactic call.
I have a flat rate. Go on, I talk a lot.
No joke. As you just said, I just received a call from an American number.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Nick wants back on that campaign.
Ah.
Jesus. Yeah, I received a call from Massachusetts. What
Ah.
the fuck?
Hey, it makes sense. You were in America not long
I
ago,
wasn't in
right?
Massachusetts, I was in Chicago, which is very far away.
America's
Aw, same
America.
difference.
Same difference. What the fuck is
They're
that?
all Americans.
Same difference. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so basically in about 2 hours you jump through 4 people when finally a female voice answers up. Oi. Hey, you need some knowledge checking up? I'm listening. What you want, Bram?
I didn't understand the word. I heard knowledge check, and that didn't seem in character.
I asked you, I had you want some knowledge about some things. You have called the right girl, but I need you, I want to know what you want to know.
Oh yeah, I also want to know what I want to know. So there's a planet here, and I'm desperately looking for someone who might know something about that planet. Maybe visited it, crashed on it, banged some natives on it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I give her the coordinate.
Alright, listen up. The only things we have seen is we have tracked Mort's landing there. From time to time, that's the only records we have, but they don't seem to come back up. There's a possibility of it being mostly Mort driven, but for Morts to sustain themselves, there has to be some kind of a soul life. Based on where they are in the belt, it seems to be quite a good climate, quite a variety of climate, good temperatures for human life, especially.
Because human life is much more easier to please than any other life form. What?
That would explain a lot about the NES's success.
Based on a signature, based on radioactive, fuck, I forget what it's called, but it's basically when you, stephography maybe, when you analyze the wavelengths from a faraway planet to distinguish what it's made out of. In other terms, basically she explains that based on their research, the planet is mostly water. But there have been some going around the planet, but realistically they have not. There are no records of them finding a distinguishable light during night periods, which indicates that there is no civilization there. At least there's no records of it. Because if there's a civilization, you assume they have ways of lighting up during the night. And since there's not, you assume there's no life there.
Unless they're nocturnal. Do we know that?
Or they live underground.
Do morts need light sources to see?
Higher level, yes. Morts do need. Morts have two visions. It's the physical world, which is exactly as humans, maybe, but they also have soul vision. But if there's no souls, they don't realistically see anything.
But not all morts have soul vision, because
No,
you said
no.
to me that they need to get to level 2 before they
Yes,
get it.
that's also true.
Hey, wow, that's very helpful. Wow, what was your name again? I didn't catch that previously.
Because I didn't say it, man. Girl, you have to listen more. My name is. How do you not know my name's Larissa? How did you get my number?
Oh, Larissa. Well, I have a friend who said that you're on the market, if you know what I mean, and
Honestly,
I'm very into knowledgeable people, and maybe we could have a drink.
honestly, girl, the
I'm
last
not a
record of
girl.
that planet. The last record of that planet is 60 years old, as far as I can see, so something might have changed. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, I don't mind. Now I'm more focused on you, baby.
Oh.
So, what planet you are? Maybe I swing by and we have a drink and talk about knowledgeable stuff. I'm quite knowledgeable in stuff as well.
Roll me charisma.
Fuck.
I love
can't
the
use my
CTA.
shiny stuff because my charisma's. Oh.
I love that he looks like Ultron but sounds like a nerdy teenager.
Zero.
Oh, that's a solid 0.
She hangs up.
Larissa, the girl of my dreams.
And you see that your number is blocked.
Yeah, for the rest of the day, CDA is depressed.
Nice.
Yeah, when I assume we have a meal time because bonding as a crew is important, even though not everybody of us eats. So I would relay the information and say be cautious because it's 60 years old data.
Yeah, Margaret cooked a whole bear chicken for everybody for lunch.
Do we have live animals on board?
No, they're just frozen.
Oh.
But yeah, basically everybody is able to get a good meal. Hand the bones over to Patricia, for her to chew them on. As she hears you explain the situation, she says, I'm sorry, and we're bringing our daughter, as she glares at Bob, next to a place which is supposed to have no life, but a diplomatic convoy was attacked. As she glares at Bob again.
Yeah, it's probably those stupid tyrannical morts. In 60 years, morts can build up quite a bit of air defense.
Yeah, morts are kind of weird. You know, they don't have proper robot parts, but they're still clearly robots. So yeah, they're a bit weird, but they are kind of good at killing things.
As Vin chews on a bone, refusing to give it to Patricia, he looks over to City and says, I wouldn't trust those darn NES records. You know those lying sons of bitches always fake them up to have their books better.
Patricia, you shouldn't use that foul language. That
No,
doesn't
it
suit you.
was Vin. And this was Vin who's chewing a bone just so he doesn't have to give it to Patricia.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Then I retract my statement.
Meanwhile, Patricia is swearing that he doesn't give her her bone, so it makes perfect sense.
That laugh just sounded like distortion.
Yeah, it doesn't really handle laughing very well.
Okay, I will turn it off while I'm not talking in character.
No, it just adds more spice.
As Vin kind of leans in, grabbing more beer chicken. He does look over and say, look at the crew and say, I met some of the scouts of the NES. You rotten bastards, they are taking any kind of bribe they can. Even if they scattered some live, they might have just marked it as non-existent just so they don't have to do additional work.
That actually makes perfect sense. It sounds completely like something that Bob would do.
Bob's having a hangover from the vodka last night.
Well, but if they didn't mark it on purpose, there should still be light at night if there is something there. My sources are not. I believe Larissa is not working for NES. It didn't seem like it. Maybe there's still some kind of hidden operation going on.
Vin nods and literally finally throws Patricia a bone.
Huh.
How high does she throw it, and how far does she jump?
He throws it up to the ceiling, and as Patricia jumps to bite it, her teeth sink into the ceiling. Actually, she gets stuck there dangling a little bit.
I just finish what I was I don't know, whatever I was doing or saying at the time, and then without particular ceremony, just sort of stand on the table, reach up and pry open her jaws, then set her back down in her seat and also sit down myself.
Yeah, I imagine there's 20 to 30 bite marks on the ceiling by this point.
Yes.
Every time we gently move the table, so but she just jumps up and bites once again. This is a ceremony by this point, yeah. Yeah, so about 15 hours until arrival to destination, as it's basically rolling over into the third day. Anybody doing anything special?
I will play with my daughter. And fuck the wife.
Huh.
In that order, or?
Well, I can play with the unborn daughter, but
Oh.
My question is: do you first?
Yeah,
play
I
with
will
your...
play with the daughter. Then I will send her to play with Patricia, and then I will fuck the wife.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I will also be playing with the daughter as well as Patricia, so that we will distract her and keep her from noticing what's going on in the next room over.
It's gonna be 3 minutes, so no problem.
For playing with Mildred, I need an athletics check.
Oh shit.
Just for him
He's not
or
that
for me as
young.
well?
No, it's for him because
Fallible
Okay.
human bodies.
yeah, you managed to. You're athletic enough. Where you managed to keep up with the daughter and not strain yourself too much. So I need another athletics check for the wife.
Oh, nice.
The morning
This
after you
will be the
notice.
first time.
The morning after, everybody from the crew notices Margaret making a plate with some coffee and delivering it back to Bob's bedroom, which is the first time you've seen her bring him breakfast.
How many levels of exhaustion does Bob have?
None. It's a nat 20. She has exhaustion levels.
Let's go.
Nice.
As she's walking, you see her legs like shaking a little bit,
Oh god.
and that's in the morning. Definitely another daughter incoming though. No condoms in space. Joking, but the target location is slowly approaching.
Nice.
Basically, my question is: does CTA want to call anybody today, or is he good? Or does he want to save it up just in case?
Nah, so far I'm good. But in my free time, do we have an internet connection here? I mean, we have a phone line. Do we have some sort of news network connection ability?
Yes. Your ship would be advanced enough to have hyper connections to most popular. It's basically like, so for NES internet, it's basically like using the regular internet from outside of China.
Nice.
Okay.
Because
So-
they have it closed off, but you can kind of enter it.
Okay, so
And
use
then there's
VPN.
just darknet. Yeah, you use VPN.
Okay.
Question. Can this internet that we have access to also access 6ix9ine's stream?
Am I still streaming how I hunt all the blonde vampires?
Does LOD know who 6ix9ine is?
He literally like saved the universe, so probably. I mean, wouldn't it be common knowledge who the folk were that defeated the Alpha Null?
No, not really. It's not common knowledge because OCD would have tried to cover it up as much as possible.
I thought
will
after-
ask for a knowledge check because
Okay.
it's like rumors. It's
Okay.
like
So what about Isai then? Did he not try and cover up the fact that Isai was involved? Because that seemed
he did.
kind of.
No, remember it was Carlos. Sorry, not Carlos. CTA's lawyer who told them that. I guess yes, you would be aware of a guy, Transfini, especially since you're a Transfini. That might be the critical case. Of 6ix9ine being like a Transfini who claims he has saved the universe, killed Alpha Null, and he regularly streams content.
Nice. Okay. In that case, while driving the ship, like whenever we're not like right on top of a nebula or something, I'm just gonna be like sitting watching his stream if it's on.
Okay. Okay. As you're a 6ix9ine fan, you do know that he, in the past year or so, he has taken a stance of uploading later, not doing live streams. See, he seems to have gotten an editor for himself, a really cinematic editor, and he does seem to upload a few days later than he actually films, just so his enemies don't know constantly where he is.
He finally got sick of it.
Seems
15 minutes wasn't enough.
No, he does have a couple of day delay now. And yeah, basically, as you tune in, you just see him in this squid-like body because he's constantly using different bodies by this point to adapt. And I'm gonna say, since you're basically are proposing that as a longtime fan, one of the things you know about 6ix9ine, that he is the only double engine Transfuni. He has 2 minds in one Transfuni body. His 2 minds are both his own, which happened because he went rogue and then he joined with his original mind. But there's technically 2 minds working in a single body, but they're basically so aligned it just makes him stronger.
Awesome.
Yeah, so yeah, the latest stream is of him attacking a spaceship, fighting some people, NES soldiers, the usual.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm just watching this, occasionally muttering things like, "Ha, take that, NES dogs," while like completely ignoring the fact that I am 100% NES rich kid.
But 6ix9ine has sponsors, so in the middle of slaughtering, he would make a quick NES, like a quick HelloFresh shout out for food delivery.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
Spacebucks. Yeah, basically, he plugs his MySpace account, proposes for you guys to buy Spacebucks.
His latest album is still out there, still not platinum.
Yeah, he still lives. He still lives on his single, greatest hit, which he wrote in Granber.
What do you mean? Letter to Susie wasn't well received by his fans?
Actually, it's a controversial one, which split his fan base into two because some of them liked this non-edgy but dark take on 6ix9ine's life, while others say he's just a pussy for making such songs. And that he should just basically man up. Yeah, but
I love that the majority of his fans are just like fat losers who live in their basement, and they're like, 6ix9ine should man up.
Yeah, I would kill those NES dogs quicker.
He's taking his time. He can just use his minigun to ricochet the bullets off the walls and kill them faster.
And of course the Octopussy fan art.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, Rule 32 at the end of his stream.
I like how you hijacked my internet point, but it became about my character.
You start approaching the plan.
But, bruh, I still wanted to connect to the internet.
All right, sorry. What you wanted to do on the internet?
Nah, I just wanted to real quick load into the celebrity gossip websites and see if he published anything about my family, about recent stuff of my family.
Give me an insight.
Wow. I know all the celebrity gossip sites.
Remind me, what is your family name?
Well, it started with A. I need to open my sheet. Wait, do I have my backstory here? Abel. Yeah, the Abel family.
Abel?
Like Cain and Abel.
Okay. You notice there's quite a feud going on between the Abel and the McLean family.
Oh.
There seems to be some kind of a... They are basically both the families are suing each other, as one says they had a contract of something being done, something being sold. The other one says that it was vice versa, and they're basically calling each other bad names and starting to sue each other. It seems to be quite serious and for very large sums of money.
Can you type the McLean family?
Not McLean, Fauclain. My character's family.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There's no specifics about the contract details, what they supposedly sold.
Everything seems to be hush hush because it's still under investigation.
Hush hush, but also it's in celebrity gossip magazines.
I mean, it's
websites.
Yeah, paparazzis be paparazzis.
Yeah.
As I work at DMV, do I hear rumors about it?
Roll me a
It all
knowledge check.
connects back to DMV.
The DMV is just like the center of government in NES.
The nervous system.
You definitely know that both families had huge bribing schemes in the DMV to wash money through buying cars and selling them again. Basically,
Huh.
like you would do with paintings, they did with not only cars but vehicles in general, because it's much harder to trace when a vehicle actually exists and when it just explodes in the middle of space.
Was I involved in the bribing schemes? Am I happy about it? Am I going to help them?
Due to it being a 12, I would say not.
Huh.
And you were at work like 2 times a year, right?
I work remotely.
Yeah, no, they needed hands-on stuff. So, basically, you found out of your reindeer colleague as he slipped up accidentally. You found some documents. You confronted him. He slipped up, tried to attack you, and you took his head off. And then, as you were dragging the body away, that's when Mildred noticed.
It all connects.
Oh yeah.
All the backstories are connected. We'll see how Marky plays into all of this.
You'll have to watch through 4 hours of bullshit. So good luck to them.
So you see the planet approaching, and clearly your computer immediately spots the ship floating in air, seemingly quite beaten up.
Wait, so I assumed we used a scout ship. So I wanted to park our ship in a safe distance.
You're not right next to it, but like your ship is able to zoom in and kind of, at least in space, it notifies you where it is. You're still a few hundred kilometers away, so you're not right next to it.
No, not right next to it. I wanted to basically stay in a safe distance from the planet, so we can't get attacked by the Mars.
If we stay out of orbit of the planet to start with.
I would say you're able to stay like on Mars from Earth distance. Like
Nice.
where Mars is, the planet is where
And we are
Earth
a
would be.
pirate ship. We have defense mechanisms of some...
definitely.
Okay.
You have like plasma beams, laser guns.
Do we have some hiding mechanism like what was in Star Trek, the bad guys, they could become invisible. What were they again?
I'm not sure.
The ones with the ball sack heads.
Yeah, I'm aware of what you're speaking. Yeah, so for a hiding mechanism, let me roll just Vin's knowledge. Just to see. Yeah,
Klingons. That's what I meant.
Wait, no. I was thinking DC 10. He rolled a 9, but Vin is able to add a +1 to the die.
Yeah.
So he rolled a 6, and which
Vin
makes
always
it a 10.
wins.
Vin always wins. That's how the saying goes. Vin is always in control of his fate, and tonight his fate is to stay hidden, as he did remember to install a switch on his pirate ship, which does camouflage and hide any radio signals that would be coming out. It cuts off the crew from the internet and telephone calls, but it makes the spaceship undetectable by usual means.
Nice.
Okay, so we are with our spaceship close to this. How
No,
do we
our spaceship is like the distance from
Oh.
Mars to Earth. We're like
Yeah.
super far away.
Well, super far away. with your scouting ship, you would make this distance in a couple hours, 1-2 hours.
Cool.
Like your spaceship has enough fuel for about 10-hour flight in space, as long as it
Nice.
doesn't hit an atmosphere.
Do the Transfunis need space suits or only Bob?
Probably only
Does
Bob,
Marky
although
with his human face need
No,
something?
no.
I think, yeah, his
Can
is
you
just...
survive can you survive the pressure and the low temperatures of the vacuum in the space?
they would be able to. They're basically machines.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Mark's face is like, it's just a
It's
like
not
fake.
organic.
I think it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's painted all. Look at the CGI.
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly it. It's just a paint. It's just a mask, basically.
So yeah, I think.
So
all
he's
of us
doing
are
blackface.
fine.
That's what you're saying.
Oh God.
He's a black transfunator in real life, so he just represents
Nice.
a
He feels
protective
black or
mark. but-
he's actually black. He can be trans nigger.
Jesus.
Yikers.
Okay.
Don't forget Carol is streaming, so
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
be careful with the words.
Well, that's Carol's problem, not mine.
Tomorrow, Carla's YouTube channel's taken down.
With all 6ix9ine songs, that's realistically what we lose in that. So yeah, okay. So yes, to survive in outer space, Bob would need a spacesuit. In your space vessel, like, it does have the fake gravity and oxygen. So technically not an issue. You don't know about the situation inside that spaceship, but visually, probably not too much oxygen left.
Yeah.
Also, the question is, I assume the 4 of you are going, and I mentioned that the small ship can take up to 6 people, so you technically have 2 more spaces if you want to take anybody.
Yeah, but I think the other people are civilians who would probably die.
Let's take Bob's daughter. What could go wrong?
No chance.
Well, from your crew, basically, you have Margaret, Mildred, Patricia, Dahlia, and Vin.
The only person there is Dahlia that might be actually not completely useless, but then again, in the last fight, she was pretty much completely useless. So,
But we took her, so we should continue until she's dead.
I guess since Mark isn't here, we could use this as an opportunity to kill off his NPC.
Yeah.
I mean, if you ask Mark, he's just gonna say that yeah, she's a good soldier, and
What?
he has seen her make alien heads explode.
Yeah, what
good
was
soldier.
her stuff again? She had some
She does.
abilities, right?
She does psionics. She tried to use her mind attack stuff on the orcs and it didn't work because they were too stupid. So she spent half of the last fight just doing her nails. That is classic a good soldier.
I mean,
right
that's
there.
how you, as useful as you get as an NPC. I vote we should take her.
Fair enough.
Yeah, what's the last useful NPC you had? Rotten Robbie?
No, Karina was useful.
Yeah, the
Okay,
last useful NPC we killed repeatedly.
Also, Rotten Robbie was like complete garbage. Belivion was a legend though.
Oh yeah,
Alright,
Ah,
I
true,
forgot
what
about
happens-
Bolivian. Oh my god.
Belivion took out like an entire building full of I forget their name. The card people.
Yeah.
Did
Took
we
out like a
even,
whole building.
did
The
we even
Kardashians.
pay him at the end?
Kardashians, yes.
I don't remember. Did we pay Oblivion?
I don't know. I think he helped us in the last battle, so we probably did.
Yeah, he helped you against Alphanol. There was a whole thing.
Okay, if I wouldn't have paid him, he would have killed 6ix9ine by now, so I assume we paid him.
Yep, probably a safe assumption.
Or he's the reason why 69 screams with a day's delay.
Yes. Okay, that's great. Yeah. It was never a problem for all the other enemies, even Alpha Null. It didn't matter that there was no delay. But Bolivion, oh boy.
Bolivian is a level 2 was a level 2 Transfuni, and he still strikes fear into God mode 6-9. Okay. So, are you taking anybody?
I mean,
Sure.
yeah, the bird lady, right?
Alright,
Yeah.
so Dahlia. And anybody else, or are you just fine?
Nah, Mr. Wheelchair can stay with the girls on the ship.
You just
That's
hear
marketing.
as you tell him that you just hear him mutter under his breath, "I done I'll go masturbate again. Who cares?"
I'm
Yeah.
happy. I'm happy it still works. Teacher.
Not in front of my daughter, and I cock my revolver.
He looks at you like you're the weirdo for saying that.
Which you are. Why would you suggest he does it behind your daughter's back? That's quite weird.
God. Oh.
Because you know, one day, one
says-
day in the DMV, a person started masturbating, like he was furiously wanking it off, you know, and do you want me to trigger the experience?
Oh,
One
God.
day in the DMV, you mean every Tuesday?
He only was there that one Tuesday.
That was his only day of work.
After the deer's head off, he decided not worth going back.
Well, I'm working for the DMV since I'm 40 years old, approximately.
Yeah.
I worked there for 15 years, and 10 of these years I was attending regularly.
Ah, nice.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright, so it's U5. That is fine. The little space vessel dispatches. Slowly closing all over up to the ship.
We're not leaving Marky to guard the ship because his black and he might steal it.
We're taking him with us because this probably will last more than one session, so he needs to be here or he'll not be able to do anything next week.
No, so it's the four of the main crew plus Dahlia. Well, 4 of the PCs plus Dahlia, so to say.
Yeah.
As Dahlia kind of focuses from afar towards the spaceship and says, I think I'm picking up a mind, at least one mind, or maybe even more. I'm not sure, but there might be still some life in there, but I'm not sure.
Can you locate it? Is it from the bridge? Like, I assume the SOS is from the bridge? From
the control room, basically. As she glances at you and says, yes, I think it's from the part that's still fine, so... however, for some reason I cannot be exactly sure. There might be too many dead minds there for me to focus on.
Oh. One thing, when we departed, I would have brought some food and drink with us because I assume they would be starving at this point if they're still alive, right?
Yeah, that's entirely fair. Yeah, so you bring food, drinks with you, rations basically, and maybe even some clothes.
Nah.
Alright.
They should live with the shame. They will pay more.
Alright.
Do we have spare spacesuits?
We have a lot of pans of wind.
I would say you do. I mean, you would definitely have at least enough for the whole crew and plus any guests. Any hostages.
Oh yeah, that's
Wait,
more
but
in
with
character.
our
with us.
vessel, we can. It's a 6-seater. We can only take one.
Well, if we have like spacesuits, right? We could strap them to the vessel in the spacesuits and just drag them along.
So you want to drag the people in such speeds that it's enough to go from Mars to Earth in 2 hours. You want to drag people through space in that speed.
Yes.
Well, they would be
Maybe.
fine. Okay, new plan. The Transfinis could cling to the outside of the ship. We would be fine.
will
We're made
take
of metal.
two rides. It's okay.
Oh, well, I guess if you want to be boring about it.
Can I enslave one of the people on the ship?
Let's see how exotic they are first, okay? Because if it's just a boring human, they're like rabbits. Do you want a
It
hamster?
depends. Maybe I can enslave their chief of security if he's strong enough, so I can have a pet on the ship. You know, carrying my revolver and such.
Wait, we don't have the NS technology of mind enslavement, right? And you want to give him a revolver in a spaceship?
Trust me, I have better technology to mind enslave him.
I'm not sure. Your wife seems quite defiant.
Yeah, because I never tried to enslave her. She likes me for who I am.
Okay, I respect that. We'll see.
Your wife is a very unique woman.
A very what?
Indeed, she is unique.
Unique, yeah.
With this babbling about, you guys managed to slowly. Actually, first of all, everybody just roll me an insight check.
This roll is what I sacrificed all my battle stats for. This +4 on insight. Watch me. Bam! 14! Let's go!
Oh, nice. 14. Yeah, I'm quite enjoying having all of my stats the same. It makes this so much easier.
Doesn't it just make it boring as fuck?
I
Nah.
just roll d20 for insight.
The half the spaceship seems to be fine, but based on damage taken, it's a bit weird. Normally, large spaceships have multiple power generators, but you don't see any lights, which might indicate that the generators are out. But most of the damage to the spaceship seems to be made by some kind of a huge energy beam, maybe a laser. You're not sure if the spaceship shifted positions or not, but at least as it is floating now, the angle is perpendicular to the planet. So it did not come from the planet, it did not go towards the planet.
But laser means it's melted? How does
Yes, there's melted and burnt parts.
There's living
still
shield.
Rubble floating with actually with a 16. There is some rubble floating with the spaceship, but that's not right. If a spaceship was moving when it was shot, it would actually stray away from the rubble just from inertia, which means the spaceship was already stationary when it was shot.
Wait, the spaceship is stationary? It's not in orbit?
It is in orbit, but like it doesn't have any additional speed. It's just
Okay.
floating in orbit.
Okay.
So it was not moving. It was already floating in orbit when it was shot.
Yeah. Well, like orbit is constantly moving, so would the pieces with the
Yeah,
different
they're
mass
moving with the spaceship.
Okay.
They haven't strayed. They haven't strayed far. And this is very far away. So this is probably the furthest point away where the gravity of the planet still affects it enough to drag the spaceship with it.
Okay, that doesn't seem very.
I will send our only black character to turn on the lights.
Yeah, so basically you do find kind of an entrance hole towards the part that's the lower part that seems to be still mostly intact, which seems to be the front of the ship with the control and the bridge.
With entrance hole, you mean just a hole or a docking station where we can like
a hole, like where it had docking station. That part is gone, but basically there is a hole into a large hall inside of the spaceship where you would be able to dock.
But it doesn't look like it's specifically lasered open by a smaller laser. It's just a debris hole stuff.
Yeah, basically it's broken apart.
Do we have a place how or a way how we anchor our ship to this location when we exit it?
This spaceship would be able to magnetically attach itself.
Cool.
Right. Well, looks like it's time to board the ship and look for loot and survivors.
Nice.
Marky, you go first.
And turn on the lights.
No, he shouldn't turn on the lights. Probably, like, right? The ship that shot this one down could still be near. We don't want to alert it.
He looks towards Bob and Dahlia. Do you guys want to put on spacesuits first?
Yeah.
Before I open the hatch.
Hey,
Good
it's a
thinking.
double hatch, right? It should have a double hatch.
No, it's like a Rick and Morty ship where just the window just opens.
It's just a space cabrio.
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah, sounds like a smart idea. I will put on my spacesuit.
Yeah. Dahlia is really uncomfortable because she kind of has to fold her wings into it. Like, you can hear her blurt out that the spacesuit is racist towards bird people.
It was a couple years and we still haven't gotten her a fitting spacesuit.
Margie has joined only for a couple of months, actually.
Oh,
I thought it was. Oh right, yeah. He
Everyone
got his
else,
first virus 1.5 years
Yeah.
ago, and then
so everyone else is longer, but Mark and Dahlia are the newest members. So
yeah. Someone write down that we need to purchase a fitting spacesuit if she survives this mission.
yeah.
She also
Good thinking. Yeah.
As you guys exit, there is this large open hall. And it seems to be accommodating for various even giant creatures, like even bigger than some Morse you have seen. But
On orc level? Like the big orc level?
Yeah, pretty much.
oh, so okay.
It seems to be accommodating for that. Door entrances actually are just 3 meters tall. But
Wait, weren't those orcs like 12 meters or something ridiculous?
Could they squeeze through the doors?
So they made the ship big
Barely.
enough for the giant orcs, but not the doors. Like, what is the logic there?
It depends
Every other room
on the
fits them
rooms.
fine, but not the fucking doors, so they
Hey.
can't get through.
If the orcs steal, you just make the rooms for the loot, the doors small, so the orcs can enter and steal. But they still can move around. But I have a feeling Bob will find his exotic slave here.
Hope so.
As you move, I'm gonna ask for insight checks again, actually.
Bob.
So
18.
CTA, what were you saying about that min-maxing on insight?
I knew this will happen, but
Insight's my lowest start.
hey, level
Just
2
so you
I
know.
will min-max again. Fuck this.
Bob, as tracker, you notice things that the robots just kind of walk past through, especially CTA, who is just looking for that loot room that the orcs won't be able to get into.
I'm collecting pieces of metal for repairs.
Pretty much. There seems to have been fighting. You see bullet holes. Not large, 9, maybe 12 caliber. In different ones, actually. Some seem to be machine guns, some seem to be shotgun. As well as some burning marks that seem to be indicating lightsabers. Most likely soldiers. NES.
So wait, NES soldiers use lightsabers?
Some
That's
do.
just like a common thing? Awesome.
Yeah, actually, you have faced them. I think even Shinata didn't, but
Well,
Mark
Shinata's a
definitely-
boss.
Yeah.
It's like, it's normal for boss guys to have lightsabers, but like, I'm just
No,
thinking
I
like
think
regular
Mark,
blokes.
Yeah, I think Mark even faced like 2 guards that used lightsabers, and he
Cool.
faced them with his lightsaber. Like there's plasma guns, everything, even those included, which doesn't exactly track with diplomatic mission, as the number. You try to track the number. Like, what was this fight? How many versus how many? And it's pretty difficult. Like, this does not seem to be. Like, you cannot. Both sides used a lot of different weapons, which doesn't really allow it to place a big number, but you can count at least 7 different weapons on both sides.
Do we see any corpses?
None.
Blood?
Which you do see blood. Bob does notice blood. It is a couple of days old by this point, exposed to the vacuum of air. It hasn't really oxidized, but it went into this gelatinous form from being exposed to the vacuum, basically losing all its warmth and then gelatinizing. Not really a liquid anymore, more like a jelly that's stuck on the walls.
Do I see any pattern of the blood, like someone going in a particular direction? Some survivors?
Yeah, footprints.
You do see blood drippings, which remind you of a shot animal running. And then you see a bloody hole in a wall, like crunched out, as if the person that was running away bloody was taken and hit into the wall full body force. and then the blood trace stops there. Probably
So-
with the
There's a hole. Did
yeah,
you
the
say?
dent, basically a dent in the wall.
Okay.
From the person being hit into it, with the dent size and blood all splattered all around, indicating that a person was killed with the hit. Physically, seemingly stronger than what normal humans could achieve, unless they use some kind of war armor, like a kinetic armor that helps with movement, adds strength to some soldiers.
But Morts and Transfuni could easily do it, right?
Even more so, transference easily is not the word that could be used. It is achievable by them, but it's not within the easy realm. Morts, maybe they are naturally much stronger. Some kind of pistons must be in their technology, but yeah, it's a bit above average transferny. Way higher for way too high for normal humans, maybe some superhumans, and around average for morts.
Okay.
In that case, let's get into that direction. And I point where the person that made the dent fell.
Yes.
If there is a door, let's move through it.
And be,
Sounds good.
and be battle ready, guys. Now that we know that this ship was attacked by another ship, there's no reason to believe that the other ship didn't receive the SOS signal as well.
I'm always ready, and I take out my revolver and my fishing rod.
I use my ability thing to summon my giant hammer.
I have my spider crawling along the way.
Yep. As you move through the room, there is seemingly a bridge, a few bridges over a drop point, and like a drop point where you would have bridges over spaceships that drop out. Not spaceships, small vessels that drop out. Most likely similar to the vessel you arrived in. But no small vessel is seen below, and the hatch is closed. There are, however, on the wall, you do see red spikes of coagulated blood, as if somebody. I mean, you have seen superpowers, so it is within the realm of possibility. You have seen like ice spikes, earth spikes, so this is a clear blood spike.
Oh, we're dealing with a blood vampire.
With the
It is-
single blood vampire that still exists.
It is shot. It is shot towards the door you just came from, and you are heading towards the control panel. The bridge of the control panel.
Where was 6ix9ine streaming last time? This is not his hunting ground by any chance.
No, Elodie would recognize the ship immediately. As you go further, there is an open door, but there seems to be some kind of a gravitational field still active that seems to be able to withhold some oxygen, a breathable space beyond this entrance. And this is a room or two beyond the control room.
Okay, cool.
So
Well-
as you enter, I'm not sure if Dahlia or Bob want to take off your costumes, but technically you would be able to.
I mean, you know that Dahlia is uncomfortable. You control her.
That is true. You are completely in control of her.
Okay, no, that is entirely fair. Dahlia will take her top off, but still be with the glass helmet.
But
Not sure how much good that'll do, but okay.
I mean, her wings are outside, no,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I will wait for a bit and see if she freezes to death or something, and then I will
No.
remove my suit.
No. The living conditions seem to be normalized within this area as you're approaching the control room.
Yeah, I'm going to remove my suit.
Do you smell something in the air, Bob?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That was a question. I don't have a note.
Don't blame me if this whole wall collapses and you're sucked out into the vacuum of space. Just saying.
Why would
I'm putting back my suit on.
Dahlia is as well. She's like, oh Jesus, and starts putting it on.
Oh.
In front of the door, you notice somebody moving.
Hold still!
Ayangish.
Who moves there?
And now, you hold still. It's a youngish man with metallic carbonized armor, helmet half blasted off, face a little burnt. He's holding a metallic sword in his right hand. His left hand is missing, elbow down. As he's just holding his sword towards you, he seems to swindle towards the sides. Nobody gets close.
Hey!
I'm the last guard here. You're not passing me. You metal monsters.
What?
Oh, I'm so intimidated.
Hey, chill. Don't you see he's missing? We should lend him a hand. He's missing. Hey, we received the signal, man. Do you need some water and food? We are here to help and receive some bounty.
Who are you?
Helpers? The Red Cross.
We're called Grim Reaper, but we're nice, I promise.
Do you need to say it louder, right? Directly?
Do I recognize his insignia? Is he the captain of the guard or something?
Roll me an insight, as he rolls a knowledge and he does not know what Grim Reapers are. As he lowers his sword, seemingly weighing his options.
I throw at him a Capri Sun.
He immediately goes on his knees, bites into the cap, opening it with his teeth, and just chugs it. One gulp. Yeah, Bob, you don't see an insignia necessarily, but the style of armor does tell you that it is most likely a guard soldier. Not a high-ranking one by any means, but just a spaceship guard, basically.
Wait, you said his helmet is blown off. He's human, right? Just normal human.
Yes, basically.
Okay, so I'm not going to enslave him.
He crawls in towards the door and knocks 4 times, makes a pause, knocks 2 more times. It's me. We have help. If you're still alive, open up. There's a few seconds of silence as the door slowly starts opening. Behind it, you see a blonde man with disheveled hair. It's quite longer, but not bad. Like Beatles style, I would say.
A bowl cut.
Yeah, pretty a bit. Yeah, a messy bowl cut, basically. Golden hair, elf ears, and a fancy clothes with almost kind of a, for us it would be recognized as like Greek robes, but they're entirely red. While riding on that inside, I would say you'd know that this is a way some democratic parties would portray themselves in with these robes. As this elf opens the door, and you can see his eyes are pretty black, and as if he hasn't gotten sleep in the past who knows how many days, and he's breathing deeply.
Sir, I work for the NES. May I have your permission to enter the room?
Of course. Come in, as he shows you inside and stumbles backwards. The control room is available to you guys.
Before I enter, I wanna check out the guard if his arm is properly the bleeding is stopped and so on. If he's stable.
The bleeding has been stopped. It seems to be. They seem to have been used some kind of a medical gel, probably used by soldiers to stop bleeding. But the arm cut, as you can see through the see-through gel, it's pretty horrendous. It seems to be like a chainsaw, a very unclean, messy cut that was done by taking its time.
Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that. I will leave him some food and water, but not too much, because after hungering for a while, you shouldn't overeat immediately.
Yeah,
But,
and
yeah.
he does tumble into the control room with you, as the elf is laying next to a sofa to screens to multiple screens, only one of which is blinking a dot, probably indicating that distress signal sent. Who do I have the honors of speaking to?
We're Grim Reaper, a legendary, awesome mercenary group who you were very lucky to contact by a complete accident. Because we were coming this way anyway.
And sir, of course, I
Your
am
Vince
an
crew.
NES representative. I'm Bob. You can call me Robert if you wish so. I work for the DMV. We are tracking extraterrestrial spaceships, so if you can describe your attacker before proceeding further, it would be of great help.
You
Especially
see he
their
starts
vehicle.
giggling after you mention spaceship. There was no spaceship.
So they used unregulated space travel through space jumps, maybe? Can you describe what happened exactly, please, sir?
Was it a space bicycle?
First, well, DMV agent, huh?
I flashed my badge.
We were tracking a signal we got. You see him for a second wanting to say magical signal, but he noticed there's free transfer, so he just went with signal.
Huh.
We got a trace of a signal from this planet.
Yeah, relic signal, right?
He seems genuinely surprised you know that in this.
Some silly old bit of old random tech that broadcasts some signal or whatever. Who cares? It's old duck.
Yeah, baby BBC or Fox News. Who cares?
Well, this signal is actually quite important.
We beg to differ.
It was so
Unless
wrong.
it's a valuable antique, in which case we can see how it might be important.
We came to save you, my lord. We're not going to bother with pesky signals.
True.
Well, Grim Reaper, But instead of just me, you could save the universe.
Nah.
I don't know, saving the
Well-
universe sounds pretty convenient. I live in the universe, so I would quite like it to be something that exists.
Well, if we can save the universe and go to Nata's world in like 10 hours, because my little daughter will be crazy if we don't go there. You know, sir, this is going to be quite a difficult situation. My little daughter, she is very pretty, and I showed him all the photos.
He seems to smile, genuinely smile at the photos. Okay. 1 second.
I want to roll insight on his genuine smile.
You can. He seems to be somehow glad. It's like a person has seen so many bad things recently that he's just happy there's some good out there in the universe. So, Grim Reaper, huh? You're Vince Crew.
Sure are.
You heard of him?
You know
Legendary.
Vin? You know his wheelchair has like a
Oh, he's in a
compartment for
wheelchair
shit.
now?
Yeah, he's in a
yeah.
wheelchair. It has brakes on it that you can turn on and he can't turn off. So you can just root it in place. It's quite funny.
Hey, don't tell his weakness to unknown persons.
Yeah, and the darky here has to change his diapers regularly. Then I point to Mark.
He looks at you. My armor is white.
Oh, do you have a compartment for fecal matter as well? Can you shake it off?
I imagine him
Butcher.
having a fanny pack like dog walkers for dog shit.
You see him kind of gaze up in the sky and you hear him start muttering, Butcher, calm down. Butcher, calm down.
Oh, true. He was a psycho. I forgot.
Yep.
Yeah, he's starting to
This is how
take
the
deep...
PvP Wait.
He's starting to take deep
This is how
breaths
the
even though
PvP
he's
starts.
he's starting to take deep breaths even though he's a robot. As the man in front of you says, no, Vin. He escaped me a couple of times actually. A couple different times. A couple different me. The artifact. Although, maybe me saying save the universe is not directly connected, but it would save. Bringing it to NES might save the current chief of war.
And how much this artifact cost? Because we are also looking for some poachers. We have a contract for them that might steal this artifact to be sold.
Oh, come on,
It's
can you?
one of a kind. It's handcrafted by the COV's mother.
Oh, talking about handcrafted
Oh.
artifacts, do you want to buy a wooden statue of some beastman? Fuck off! Stop talking
Hey.
about artifacts! Who attacked you? I want to know now! Now!
Wait.
So,
When you say
1,000
that,
gold coins for the artifact.
when you say that it's going to save the current war chief, are you referring to OCD or are you referring to someone else?
The regular people who are not in the army do not know who the war chief is.
Wait, really?
Shinata,
Wait,
Like,
I'm turning that off for this.
Yeah,
Shinata was one of the populist chief of horse who actually went out and advertised himself, but
Okay,
normally
But
the
like,
6 chiefs are secret.
Okay, but 6ix9ine stream is literally on the internet for everybody to watch.
Oh fuck, you're right. Okay, no, okay. I'm giving you, as LOD who watches 6ix9ine streams, you would know that. And LOD, give me an insight or a knowledge check, which doesn't matter for you.
It does not matter.
6ix9ine streams is like Infowars at this point.
Does Bob find 6ix9ine stream extremely boring, and does he watch it?
Yeah, Bob would definitely find 6ix9ine streams boring. 6ix9ine
Doesn't fish a
So
lot.
I'm watching it, and I'm going to explain everybody what happened in the last stream. Okay.
LOD, as you say those two names, you suddenly realize that this elf guy does remind you of Ossity himself.
Oh, hell.
As he stretches a little bit and says, "No, Shinata is not a war chief anymore. And neither am I. The actual war chief, he disappeared in time and space during the battle against Alphanol.
Oh, wait.
You mean
Oh,
this
you
handsome
mean
fella
Mark.
called... No, Syrian. He is the handsome fella from this stream of 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine was extremely sad because his puppy was missing.
Yeah, I know that Syrian is the guy that likes to get inside 6ix9ine all the time. Mark was the one who was the war chief's son. I am a dedicated follower. I know all the random facts.
No, you're not. Do you know in season 3 there was a misconception that Syrian took teeth for gambling, and he actually took them to cure his child daughter. You know that?
I know that Syrian had a habit of killing hookers to get teeth.
His daughter was a
Yeah.
shark. Why did she need external teeth input?
Because she couldn't feed herself, you know. Wouldn't you do this for your daughter? And I look around myself, surrounded by Transformers. Oh yeah, you cannot reproduce. You never understand it.
Marky says, "Are you talking about 6ix9ine, the war general that took down hordes of zombies in Granber?"
So that's the guy. Yeah, he has a stream. Do you not watch it? Well,
I
it's not a
try
stream
to, but-
anymore.
I try to, but whenever I watch 6ix9ine killing people, I get a little bit cranky.
Understandable.
And he also fell off. Plus ratio.
Do you get cranky because your mother was a hooker?
I get cranky because I want to hook your face into my mother. Wait.
What?
That's that is certainly a comeback, Marky. Good try.
Well,
Nice attempt.
I pat him on the shoulder.
I meant like my fist is my mother, but that doesn't make any sense as well.
You're not helping
You
your
tried.
case.
Well, your fist in your mother makes almost the same sound like my dick in your mother. Schlack, schlack.
That's what good pasta sounds like.
He seems to be about to punch you. As suddenly,
I'm
The whole
holding
spaceship-
both my revolver and my fishing rod. So if he punches me, if
Yeah.
he even
you s- he-
swings,
his-
I'm going
his-
to shoot him
his
below the
arms
chin.
turn into a death lasers, and you basically are like in this two-man Mexican standoff. But at that moment, there's a loud BAM as the whole ship moves. As the elf looks up, he's here. As you hear dum, 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 dum,
Hey,
in the
Tool.
corridors.
I'm going to initiate the DMV line to Since I have to pinpoint the exact location, do I know the exact location?
No,
for
you just hear banging noises coming from the corridor.
You long-eared bastard! I told you stop talking about useless artifacts and tell us who attacked you. Now he's here. Fuck you!
In that case, I'm going to trigger something else.
Hey, but
You
here,
hear
Kapi-san,
music
you're 32,
start
right?
coming from the dark corridor.
Oh no.
But-
This had better not be the fucking Naglfar.
He didn't have country music. Did he? And if
I
this
don't
is
even hear the
copyrighted,
music.
I will be mad.
Okay, wait, I turned it up now. Nope, no, it's
One
gone.
second. No, wrong one.
Okay.
You see a red light shine in the darkness. Next to it, a floating blue light. Well, what do we have here? Well, Lucifuck seems you have gotten some friends. As metal steps are coming towards you, your light shines onto it. As you can clearly see that it's a big Transfunian. Elodie, watching the newest streams, you recognize the armor he just ordered. As on the front of the chest, there's two large 6-9 symbols.
OMG.
I run over and just like
With
do
a
a
floating
complete
camera.
fangirl attitude, basically.
If you're gonna move towards him, he's gonna point and shoot, and that's where we're gonna roll initiative.
Fair enough.
The first mini boss we fight is 6-9. Come on, man.
Oh yeah.
In his this is not his god suit. Wait, would he downgrade his god outfit?
The god outfit was destroyed with the nuke.
Oh, but he's still level 5, right?
Yes, he's a level 5 run, and as Transfunis you can tell that he's running double core, so two 6-9 mines, as well as a floating camera bot next to him. As you start approaching, he looks at the camera and says, "Guru, start filming and play my music."
Okay, if we win against this 6-9, I will be disappointed.
I start talking with 6-9. Lucas, I believe I sent you the roles. What I'm going to do?
I mean, what?
In roll 20? Yeah, I'm going to start talking with 6-9.
I am.
Yeah. One second.
You said we're rolling initiative, didn't you?
We will, but we're gonna leave it for the next session.
Oh god damn it!
What was the name of the camera again? I didn't catch that.
It was
Before
great.
rolling the initiative,
Guy from
I'm
Dark Chapter.
initiating this one.
My groove?
Yes.
Oh,
He's now an editor for 6-9.
You said Guru went into filming. This is the highest quality content for Guru.
Oh god.
So groove is neat.
I am not going to be useful in the next fight. I will just say that, because Elodie is just 100% going to be alternating between praising 6-9 and trying to get in front of the camera and wave to the stream.
I will be extremely useful in the next fight because I'm going to smother 6-9 confidence with the DMV line.
Oh god. Yeah, to be fair, even though he is level 5, if he is just one guy, in theory, action economy dictates that we should be able to take him. But
nah,
who knows?
it's 6-9. We have no chance.
No, we do. You
Yeah, I
have
think
no
in
idea. I'm starting the emotional damage before the initiative.
Yeah,
And
In
that's
this game, it's like I don't think there's that much. Like obviously you do get powerful as you get stronger, but it's not like to the same extent of a level 1 D&D character compared to level 20. There's
mean,
not as much variation.
I could attack in one round each single character technically with my arm and pulling myself. So I don't know what his body now has. I assume
Yeah, his
Lucas
body's probably
didn't
not.
min-max him that much.
Yeah,
But-
because his body is not the god mode body. We know that at least.
No, but his just his Iron Maiden body. Like I designed him so I can attack as much as possible and as
The
few.
problem is if Sirion
Actions.
is back inside of 6-9.
True. Round
Because
2,
if-
Sirion pops out.
Well, I don't think did 6-9 really have an ability that lets him attack everyone as one action.
No,
Yeah.
I can use my arm to
Move around,
to
basically.
dictate a movement and then pull myself with my spikes
Yeah.
across.
Oh
all
yeah,
the people.
you bump into people. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
that now. Yeah. That's yeah. I mean, it didn't deal that much damage, did it? The spike ram thing.
like 12.
it wasn't
to
bad,
20.
but 20 really to each target? That seems a lot.
It was like a 3d8 or something at the
Yeah,
end.
nice.
I don't remember.
No, I think at level 5 it was like a 1d12, but you were
Yeah.
Oh, was it only?
level 5 transfinis, I believe, get a jack of all trades or
Yeah, it
master
was-
of all trades, which adds attacking roll towards the damage, which increases the damage. You basically had things stacking up on the
Oh,
which
nice.
increased it quite substantially.
Yeah, I know that the level 5 Transfuni, it lets you add your strength.
And unironically,
damage.
as a level 5 Transfuni, he has a camera, which is a level 1 Transfuni.
Oh yeah, yeah, they have that too, don't they? It's said in the sheet. Well, that's cool. So yeah, I guess it is 2 versus like 4. I'm not counting Dahlia because she's useless. But also, I just remembered actually while we were talking to 6-9 there, that what you said before, Lucas, was actually not true. 6-9 is not the first Transfuni to have double core because his parents did.
No, that's different.
They switched.
Yeah,
switched
they
all the
constantly
time.
switched. So it was always one mind, always controlling the body.
Yeah, it was like a mobile phone with 2 SIM cards.
Yeah, okay, so they were both in there, but they couldn't
Yes.
turn them both on at once.
Yeah,
But he can turn them both on. Okay.
because it's
The same guy,
mind.
yeah.
2 instances
Cool.
of the same mind.
So I guess would their version have been like some kind of shitty prototype of what he became, or something? Because like they obviously had the 2 cores, they just couldn't use them, but he can.
They weren't the only ones that had that possibility, right? It was just the poor
No.
man's way
Yeah.
of existing.
Basically, the poor Transfunis just have gone into the point where multiple of them use the same body, just so.
Huh.
The closest thing to this double core is you have seen like in first campaign, you have seen an experiment of 3 sisters triple core Transfuni, but they were they have went crazy and they were always fighting for control.
Ah.
So they couldn't like each turn. I think they had 4 actions, but at the beginning of turn they had to roll some kind of roll, which if they failed, they would just skip the turn.
Ah, cool.
So yeah,
Okay, yeah, now that I think about it, the level 5 Transfunis get an extra action and an extra bonus action, so the action economy actually is maybe not in our favor after all. So, yeah. 6-9 might possibly wipe the floor with us. Oh, yeah, good
Nah.
point, Carlos. The length sheets, please.
6-9 won't be able to walk the floor with us. Trust me.
Depends what Lucas has done, because like remember, I know your DMV line thing is cool, but remember that transfunies are like really hard to like. He has a thing that stops mental attacks, so he might just be completely
This
immune
is
to
not mental. This is emotional.
it.
I don't
Basically the
I-
same thing.
Come on,
No,
6ix9ine
no,
doesn't
no.
have emotions.
I don't know how it's
it
worded,
does.
but yeah, it's. Let me look it up because I know that it's in the doc that Lucas sent it to us. But there is a thing like it's not even a unique 6ix9ine thing. 6ix9ine has a better version of it probably, but just the basic transfunies. I think it's level 2. They get a thing that makes them hard to use mental stuff on.
Yeah. And if we start losing, we can just get naked and get 6ix9ine's channel strike, so he has to deal with it. Because killing people is okay, but nudity, come on.
Oh yeah. So yeah, the basic level 2 transfunie version is called Mind Firewall, and it just straight up says your mind and memory cannot be accessed by magical means. Any attempts to influence your mind have disadvantage,
Well,
and if it was to be an
He
auto
is
hit, they have
not
to beat your
technically
wisdom roll.
accessing it, right? He's altering it.
It's your mind as well, so it's like I mean it depends on Lucas, but I would not be overly surprised if it wasn't very effective on 6ix9ine.
Yeah. We will see how Marky deals with it when he watch Marky fight
Yeah.
alone.
I like the fact that in that conversation, like, it started off with me saying that Elodie would watch the stream, and then Ilya
Once you
decided that
said
Bob
that,
would
I
watch
was
the
like,
stream.
I was like,
And-
God damn it, they're on to me.
yeah. And then also, I don't know how much CTA watches of it, but he definitely took part in that conversation where we were talking about stuff that the folk had done, Syrian in particular. So I assume he at least saw some of the stream. So yeah, presumably
Bob
everyone
would
other
be
than Mark.
impressed. Bob would be impressed for the teeth collection. Probably will ask to buy it so
Oh god.
he can flip it over.
Yeah, I was surprised how you said Bob finds his stream boring, and then he knew so much about it.
I think the point is Bob is just
Yeah.
attracted to boring stuff. That's why he works in the DMV.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's a unique character quirk. Oh.
Yeah, Bob loves boring stuff. He will probably talk about 6ix9ine's dream all the way to the top levels. Like,
Huh.
you know, guys, I saw in the 6ix9ine stream that that there are shark people, and those shark people can have babies, and those babies can be humans. You know.
Oh god, I'm just imagining him wanting to decapitate the shark people for trophies now.
I just hope in the fight that 6ix9ine stream evolved and we just hear random text to speech donations popping up while we fight him.
Oh yeah.
R has donated 100 gold.
Alalalalalalalala.
It's like a distraction move that it uses like a bonus action or reaction or something, and you just have disadvantage because you have to listen to this annoying garbage from the stream.
Lucas writing it down.
Huh.
Yeah. We'll see where it goes.
You need to save that fucking elf boy OCD.
I love that I just was able to recognize OCD. That's like I wasn't expecting that at all. I hadn't even thought that it would be him, to be honest. When you said elf, I was just thinking, oh yeah, this is definitely a fantasy world. But yeah, OCD, awesome.
Are there any other elves we know of?
Yes. I mean, there are regular elves. Blood
Every elf
elves
we
in
meet is OCD.
Yeah, blood elves in
I
particular.
kind of assumed we only met one kind of elf, right?
They're supposed to be
there's
extinct,
only-
but every elf we ever meet is OCD.
Yeah.
Basically, it's the only one noteworthy as of current. Like,
Yeah.
you probably have crossed elves in the street and not paid too much attention, but like blonde blood elves, that's the specific. All
Huh.
blood elves are now OCD. And being hunted by 6ix9ine.
Next session there will
Oh,
be
of
one blood
course,
elf
right.
less.
Yeah, that's the
That's
whole
why
idea.
6ix9ine's here.
6ix9ine is
Wait,
hunting OCDs.
I didn't see this on the stream, but I guess that he came. This must have happened within the last few days then, because his videos are only every few days now.
You received a distress signal 3 days ago.
Yeah, darn. Should have waited 5 days before answering it, just in case six. Actually, no, that's bullshit. If Elodie had thought there was any chance 6ix9ine was behind this, she 100% would have been eager to come here straight away for the chance of meeting him. Yeah, that's 100% what she would do, because like I had never before this session decided that she knew anything about 6ix9ine, but I have now decided she's 100% a fangirl.
It kind of makes sense when you have free transfinies. Of course, they would be a huge fan of this legendary transfini, and
Yeah.
Bob is just there for the ride.
Especially the rogue transfinis as well, because like he's an example of the rogue transfini and the real person coexisting. So he's like
That's exactly right.
even
yeah.
more for CTA and Marky. He should be like their idol. Because obviously they're, well, maybe I'm not sure about Marky, but like CTA is being tracked down and by his family who want to kill him. So yeah, he should definitely be in favor of that not being a thing that always happens to people who become rogues.
CTA dealt with it a little bit differently.
Fair enough.
I mean, at some point, it will be revealed what CTA stands for. But
Oh, okay.
Cum transplant authority.
Fuck
that
you!
would
Why
be-
did you spoil it?
Totally in character for Carolus. Well, thanks very much for the session, Lucas. And
Thanks for coming, guys. Not like somebody.
well, see you all next
Sure.
week, and hopefully Mark will be with us as well.
Yeah, it was fun. Thanks for DMing.
Alright, see you then.
Bye bye. Link the sheets. Link the sheets. Link the sheets.